brother is dead.
No! My brother is not dead! No!
That's A plus. Next.
Go on, go ahead.
I'm going with him.
Get down in the cellar.
No! Do that again. You saw what I did there.
Yeah, I walked a little too fast and I realized I was about to get to the doorway and I was like,
Alright. Go.
Go on, go ahead.
I'm going with him.
Get back in the cellar.
No!
yes, yes.
A plus next. Cassidy.
I'm taking the girl with me. Sorry. I'm taking the girl with me. You leave them. You keep your hands off her and everything else up here too. If I stay up here, I'm fighting for everything up here. And the radio in the front of part what I'm fighting for. Now if you're going out of your cellar, just get.
Alright, next.
I've got to get that done.
Haven't you had enough?
Two men are already dead on account of that guy. Take a look out that window.
Oh my god! Harry! Harry, help me! Harry!
Get over here, man. Help me. Come on. Come on. Go ahead. You want to stay up here now? Huh? Hello, get down in the cellar. Move.
What? Okay, first call. Go. And the next, be visible. All right, company. All right, you have to wait for everybody to get up there before you do test, okay? So do look behind you, make sure everybody's up there, let the audience clap for everybody. Like 3 count, 1, 2, 3, and then test. 1, 2, 3, backstage, 1, 2, 3. All right, top show, let's go, top show.
And I get to scream in the face of myself. Sit down. Johnny's not here and neither is Simone. I'm just trying to
Get your props.
You gotta come sit over here.
What's that?
No, it's a win, it's a picture, I can move it. I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, okay, I'll do it earlier.
Where's my headset?
No,
Oh, wait a minute.
Yes. I got 9 after. Not bad.
They ought to make the daytime changes the first day of summer. What? It's 8 o'clock and it's still red outside. Well, Johnny, if it really bugs you, you wouldn't do it. Mom can't make a trip to this. No. Look, Johnny, we're here, all right? Now, do you remember what road it's in? Sometimes I think you complain just to hear yourself talk. It's right here. Oh, we can dust that off and make it better. It'll be fine for next year. But if the flowers die, the caretaker or somebody just comes and takes it away. I'm gonna pray, don't bother me. You know, I haven't seen you in church lately. Johnny, please. Johnny, stop it. I mean it. Johnny, you're ignorant. Johnny, you're acting like a child. Johnny, shh, I can hear you. I am so sorry. Help! Johnny! Johnny, help! Johnny! Johnny! Ah! Okay, come down, Randy.
Probably get a lot more as soon as they find out about us. This pump out here is locked. Is there a key? I suppose you could try this. Do you live here? Jesus! We gotta get out of here. We gotta get somewhere where there's some other people. We better take some food. I'll see if I can find some.
What's happening? What's happening? I don't know what's happening. I don't know.
You're smashing out my headlights, man. 2 of them. There are 2 of them out there. Have you seen any more around here? I can handle them.
No.
Look, I know you're
I
afraid.
don't know. What's happening?
Thank you. They know we're in here now. We gotta get some lights on in this house. Why don't you see if you can go find some wood or some boards? Something over there by the fireplace. Something to nail this place up. Look, goddammit! Look, I know you're afraid, but we have to try to board this place up tight. I'm gonna go board up the windows and the doors. Do you understand? We'll be all right here until someone comes to rescue us. But we have to work together. You have to help me here. Now I want you to go find some wood so we can board this place up. Do you understand? Okay? Okay? I've got that room pretty secure. If we have to, we can come in here and reinforce this door. It won't be long before those things pound their way in here. They're afraid now. They're afraid of fire. I found that out. Here, I want you to pick up the biggest nails you can find. You know a place back down the road called Beekman's Diner? Anyway, that's where I found the truck that I have out there. There's a radio in that truck. I jumped in to listen to it, but a big gasoline truck came screaming down the road. There must have been about 10 or 15 of those things chasing me after, driving and holding on. Now, I didn't see them at first. I could just see that the truck was moving in a funny way. Those things were catching up to it. One right across the road from me. I slammed on my brakes to keep from hitting it myself. And it went right through a guardrail, I guess. I guess the driver must have cut off the road. There's a gas station over by Beekman's. It went right through a billboard, ripped over a gas pump and never stopped moving. By now it was like a moving bonfire. Didn't know if the truck was going to explode or what. I can still hear the man screaming. These things just backed away from it. I looked back at the diner to see if there was anyone that could help me. That's when I realized that the entire place had been encircled. There wasn't a sign of life except by now there were no more screams. I realized I was alone. There were 50 or 60 of those things just standing there, staring at me. I started to drive out and I just plowed right through them. They didn't move, they didn't run. They just stood there, staring at me. I just wanted to crush them. They scattered through the air like bugs.
Johnny and me, we were riding through the cemetery. We went to lay a wreath on my father's grave. And Johnny asked me if I had any candy, and we didn't have any, and it's hot in here. It's so hot. And then he said, oh, it's so late. And I said, well, if you'd gotten up earlier, it wouldn't be late. And then he said, are you afraid, Barbara? And I laughed at him, and I said, no, I'm not afraid. And then this man started walking down the road. He came slowly, and Johnny teased me, saying, he's coming to get you, Barbara. And then he ran away, and I went up to the
Why
door.
don't you just keep going?
I tried to say good evening, but then he started grabbing at me and ripping at me and tearing at me, and I didn't know what to
I think you should
do.
just calm down.
I kept calling, Johnny, Johnny, help me, help me. And so he did, he ran, he came, and he fought the man, and I was so terrified that I just ran. I ran, and Johnny Johnny's still out there. Johnny's still there. We have to go get Johnny. Please, we have to go get Johnny. You have to help me. No, please, you don't understand. My brother's out there. We have to
going on out there. This is no Sunday school
Don't you
picnic.
understand? My brother is alone.
Your brother is dead.
No, my brother is not dead. No, 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 no.
Because of the obvious threat to unknown numbers of citizens, and because of this crisis, which is even now developing, this station will remain on the air day and night. This station and hundreds of other radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country are pulling their resources through an emergency effort hookup to keep you informed of all developments. At this hour, we repeat, these are the facts as we know them. There is an epidemic of mass murder being committed by a virtual army of unidentified assassins. The murders are taking place in villages, cities, rural homes, and suburbs, with no apparent motive or reason for the slaying. It seems to be a sudden, general explosion of mass homicide. We now have some descriptions of the assassins. Eyewitnesses say they are ordinary-looking people. Some say they appear to be in a kind of trance. Others describe them as being grotesque. So at this point, there is no really authentic way for us to say who or what to look for and guard yourself against. Misshapen monsters. Reaction of law enforcement officials is one of complete bewilderment at this hour. So far, we have been unable to determine that any kind of organized investigation is yet underway. Police, sheriff's deputies, and emergency ambulances are literally flooded with calls for help. The scene can best be described as mayhem. Mayors of Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and Erie, along with the governors of certain eastern and midwestern states, indicate that the National Guard may be mobilized at any moment, but that has not happened yet. The only other information that reporters have been able to obtain from official sources is a warning for all citizens to stay in their homes, behind locked doors. Do not venture outside for any reason until the nature of this crisis has been determined, and until we can advise what course of action to take. Keep listening to radio and television for any special instructions as this crisis develops further. Thousands of office and factory workers are being urged to stay at their place of employment, not to make any attempt to get to their homes. However, in spite of this urgent and warning, streets and highways are packed with frantic drivers attempting to get home or flee just anywhere. We repeat, the safest course of action at this time is simply to stay put wherever you are.
I found a gun and some bullets up there. Oh, these. This place is boarded up pretty solid now. We're gonna be all right for now. There's a gun, bullets, food, and a radio. Sooner or later, someone's bound to come and get us out. Look, I don't know if you're hearing me, but I'm going upstairs. If anything were to try to get in here, I can hear from up there. I'll be down to take care of it. But everything's all right for now. I'll be back to reinforce the doors and windows later. But you'll be all right for now, okay? Okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just received word that the President has called a meeting of his cabinet to deal with the sudden epidemic of murder which has seized the eastern third of this nation. The meeting is scheduled to convene within the hour. Members of the presidential cabinet will be joined by officials of the FBI, the Joint Chiefs, behind closed doors. White House spokesmen say that there will be an official announcement as soon as possible following that meeting. This is the latest dispatch we just received in our newsroom. The latest word also from National Press Services in Washington, D.C. now tells us that the emergency presidential conference, which we just mentioned, will include high-ranking scientists from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. All radio and television stations have joined their facilities in an emergency network to bring you this news as it develops. We urge you to stay tuned to radio and television and to stay indoors at all costs. Late reports reaching this newsroom tell us to advise citizens who are seeking shelter to report to local schools, churches, government buildings, and emergency facilities for refuge from the wholesale murders which are apparently engulfing the eastern third of the nation. If you are not indoors, for God's sake, get off the street. If you're inside, lock your doors and windows up tight. Civil defense officials in Cumberland, Maryland have told newsmen that murder victims show signs of having been partially devoured. Consistent reports from witnesses to the effect of people who acted as though they were in a kind of trance were killing and eating their victims prompted authorities to examine the bodies of some of the victims who looked as though they'd been torn apart. Medical authorities in Cumberland have concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating the flesh of the people they murdered. Repeating the latest bulletin that we just received moments ago from Cumberland, Maryland, civil defense authorities have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Medical examinations of the victims' bodies show conclusively that the killers are eating the flesh of the people they killed. And so this incredible story becomes more ghastly with each report. It's difficult to imagine such a thing actually happening, but these and other reports that we've been receiving and passing on to you, reports which have been verified completely as is possible during this confused situation, confirm that it is happening. And it would appear that no one is safe in this wave of misery.
How long have you two been down there? I could have used some help up here. That's the cellar. It's the safest place. You mean you didn't hear the racket we were making up here? How are we supposed to know what's going on? Could have been those things for all we knew. That girl was screaming. Surely must know what a girl screaming sounds like.
Look,
Those things don't make that kind of noise. Anybody would know that somebody's in need of help.
look, it's kind of hard to hear what's going on from down there.
The racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How were we supposed to know what was going on? Now wait a minute, you just got finished telling me you couldn't hear from down there. Now you say it sounded like the place was being ripped apart. It would be nice if you get your story straight, man.
All right, look, you tell me. I'm not gonna take that kind of chance when we've got a safe place. We luck into a safe place and you're telling us we've gotta risk our lives just because somebody might need help, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, why don't we settle down?
Look, mister, we came up all right. We're here now. I suggest we go back down in the cellar. Before any of those things find out we're in here.
They can't get in here.
You have the whole place boarded up?
Yeah, most of it. All but a few spots upstairs. They won't be hard to fix.
You're insane. The cellar is the safest place.
I'm telling you, they can't get in.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile of wood.
He has a wife and kids downstairs. The kids are hurt.
Well, I still think we're better off up here.
We could straighten everything up, Mr. Cooper.
With all of us working, we can fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs with us. Man, you're really crazy, you know that? You've got all these windows up here. All these windows, and you're gonna make them strong enough to keep those things out, huh?
I'm telling you, those things don't have any strength. I smashed 3 of them, and I pushed another one on the door.
Did you hear me when I told you those things turned over our car?
Hell, any 5 good men could do that.
That's my point. Only there's not gonna be 5 or 6 or 10. There's gonna be 20, 30, maybe 100 of those things. Once they find out we're in here, this place is gonna be crawling with them.
Well, if there are that many, they'll probably get us wherever we are.
Look, the cellar. The cellar, there's only one door, right? It's just one door. That's all we have to protect. I have it fixed so it locks and boards from the inside. Out here, you got all these windows. We would never know where they're gonna hit next.
You got a point, Mr. Cooper. But down in the cellar, there's no place to run to. I mean, if they did get in, we'd be done for.
Ah,
Look, we can make it down to the cellar if we have to. But up here, we have these windows to see what's going on outside. But down there, with no windows, if a rescue party did come, we wouldn't even know it.
You boxed yourself down that cellar and those things get in the house, you've had it. At least up here, you have a fighting chance.
It should be about 8 or 10 of them now.
There's more than there were. I think there's a lot out back, too.
Harry, what's happening?
it's all right.
We've got to fix these boards.
You're insane. Those things are gonna be every window and door in this place. We've gotta get down in the cellar.
Go in your damn cellar, then get out of here.
I'm taking the girl with me.
You leave her. You keep your hands off her and everything else else up here too. Because if I stay up here, I'm fighting for everything up here. And the radio and the food are part of what I'm fighting for. Now, if you're going down your cellar, just get.
The man's insane. He's insane. We've got to have food down there. We've got a right.
This is your house.
We've got a right.
You going down there with him?
Well,
Yes or no? This is your last chance. No beating around the bush.
Listen, I've got kids down there. They can't possibly, I can't bring them up here. They can't possibly take all the racket of those things smashing through the windows.
Well, you're their father. If you're stupid enough to go die in that truck, that's your business. However, I'm not stupid enough to follow. It is tough for the kids that their own man is so stupid. Now get the hell down in your cellar. You can be the boss down there. I'm the boss up here.
You bastards. You know, I won't open this door again. I mean it.
but Mr. Cooper, with your help, I could.
With my help.
Let him go, man. His mind is made up. Just let him go.
Wait a minute. Judy, honey, come on up here.
You're gonna let them get hurt too, huh?
Come on. It's all right. If we stick together, man, we can fix it up real good. Mr. Cooper, I think we'd be a lot better off if the three of us were working together.
Hey, kid. He's wrong, you know. I'm not boxing myself in down there.
Well, we're safe now. It's boarded up tight.
What about Tom and Judy?
They want to stay up there. Let them. There's too many ways those monsters can get up in there. There's two other people up there, a man and a woman.
We heard the screaming.
Yeah, but I didn't know who it was, and I wasn't about to take any unnecessary chances.
Poor Smell Harry.
Are they all right?
I don't know. They feel warm. Maybe shocked.
Where'd you get the bandage?
Some laundry in a basket. I tore a sheet.
Let them stay up there. There's too many ways those monsters can get in there. We'll see who's right. We'll see when they come begging me to let them down here.
Because that was important, isn't it?
What?
For you to be right and everybody else to be wrong.
What do you mean by that?
Does anyone up there even know why we're being attacked?
Whatever it isn't just happening here. It's happening everywhere. It's some kind of mass murder. The radio said to stay.
The radio?
There's a radio upstairs. Okay, I heard a news bulletin.
There's a radio upstairs and you boarded us in down here?
I know what I'm doing.
What did it say?
Nothing. Nothing. They don't know anything yet. There's mass murder everywhere. And they said that you need to find a safe place to hide.
Harry, unboard that door.
We are staying down here, Helen.
Harry! That radio is at least some sort of communication. If the authorities know what's happening, they'll send people for us and they'll tell us what to do. How are we supposed to know what's going on if we lock ourselves in this dungeon? Look, we might not enjoy living together, but dying together is gonna solve anything.
Mr. Cooper, Ben found a television set upstairs.
Let's go up. Tom,
Yeah?
if Judy would come down, Harry and I could come up.
Okay, yeah. Will you do it? I can't. Come on, honey. Nothing's gonna get done with them down here and us up here. Do this for me. Okay, open up. I'll take good care of them, Helen.
They're all I've got.
Why don't you go upstairs now? Her brother was killed.
Hey, give me a hand with this thing.
I have to go help out with the television.
Hey, don't be afraid of me. I'm Helen Cooper. I'm Harry's wife. It's okay.
This place is ridiculous. Look at this. There's a million weak spots.
Why don't you do something to help?
They talk about these windows. I can't see a damn thing. There must be 15 million of those things out there. That's how good these windows are.
Her brother was killed.
There's a socket over here.
Drag that table over here.
Now you better pay attention to this. I don't want anybody's life in my hands.
anything I can do to help?
I don't want to hear any more from you, mister. You stay up here, you take orders from me, and that includes leaving the girl alone.
It's on. It's on.
There's no sound. Play with the rabbit ears. Come on, play with the rabbit ears. Shut up!
Of murder, which is sweeping the eastern third of the nation, is being committed by creatures who feast upon the flesh of their victims. First eyewitness accounts of this grisly development came from people who were understandably frightened and almost incoherent. Officials and newsmen at first discounted these eyewitness descriptions as being beyond belief. However, the reports persisted. Medical examinations of some of the victims bore out the fact that they had been partially devoured. I think we have some late word just arriving. We interrupt to bring this to you. This is the latest disclosure and report from the National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. A widespread investigation of reports from funeral homes, morgues, and hospitals has concluded that the unburied dead are coming back to life and seeking human victims. It's hard for us to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact. When this emergency first began, radio and television were advising people to stay indoors, behind locked doors for safety. Well, that situation is now changed, and we're able to report a definite course of action for you. Civil defense machinery has been organized to provide rescue stations with food, shelter, medical attention, and protection by National Guardsmen. Stay tuned to the broadcasting stations in your local area for this list of rescue stations. This list will be repeated throughout our news coverage. Look for the name of the rescue station nearest you and make your way to that location as soon as possible. In connection, an emergency meeting was called this afternoon by the President. Since convening this conference by the Presidential Cabinet, the FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and the CIA has not produced any public information. Why are space experts being consulted about an Earthbound emergency? So far, all the vetting on the answer to that question centers on the recent Explorer satellite shot to Venus. That satellite, you'll recall, started back to Earth, but never got here. That's the space vehicle which orbited Venus and then was purposely destroyed by NASA when scientists discovered it was carrying a mysterious high-level radiation with it. Could that radiation be somehow responsible for the wholesale murders we're now suffering? Dr. Grimes, your entire staff I know has been working very hard to find some solution to these things that are happening. Do you have any answers at this time?
Yes, we have some answers, but first, let me stress the importance of seeking medical attention for anyone who's been injured in any way. We don't know yet what complications might result from such injuries.
Is there a connection between the radiation from the Venus probe and the recent epidemic of murder?
Well, the Venus probe did carry an unusual amount of radiation, certainly enough to cause mutations. At the university in the cold room, we had a cadaver from which all 4 limbs had been amputated. Sometime earlier this morning, it opened its eyes and began to move its trunk. It was dead, but it opened its eyes and tried to move. Any dead body is disposed of at once, preferably by cremation.
Well, how long after death then can the body become reactivated?
We don't know for sure. It could be a matter of minutes.
Minutes? Well, that doesn't give people time to make any arrangements.
No, you're right. It doesn't give them time to make funeral arrangements. The bodies must be carried out to the street and burned. They must be burned immediately. Soak them in gasoline and burn them. The bereaved will have to forgo the dubious comforts that a funeral service will give. They're just dead flesh and dangerous.
It's obvious we have to try to get out of here. See, we have a truck. If we can get some gas, we can get out of here.
There's a pump out by the shed.
I know, that's why I pulled in here, but it's locked. How are you gonna get over to that pump?
Willard. It just said Willard. That's only about 17 miles from here.
You know this area? You from around here?
Me and Judy from around here. We were on our way down to the lake, and Judy had a radio pick up the first reports about this. We knew the old house was here, but when we came in, the lady was already dead on the stairs. And then these other people came, and so we went down to the basement, and we put a bar code on the door. It was pretty strong.
It said that the rescue stations have doctors and medical supplies. If we could get help for the girl.
How could we possibly get away from here? We've got 6 children, 2 women, 1 woman out of her head, and those things out there.
How bad are your kids hurt? Look, you go tell Judy. Yeah, you tell Judy to come up here. You stay with the kids, okay? We need some bottles or jars from all my cocktails to hold them off while we try and escape.
They want you upstairs. Did they ask for me?
They haven't.
I just don't understand. Girls, it's mommy.
I heard. I'll come back down as soon as I find out what they want.
Thank you, Judy.
Look, I need you to go and find some bedspreads or sheets to tear up into small strips, okay?
I'll see what I can find.
We need those bottles and jars to hold them off while we try and escape.
There's a can of kerosene and some bottles down the cellar.
There's a big ring of keys down there. That might be a key to the gas pump.
I'll check.
We toss the cocktails from the window upstairs. Meantime, a couple of us can go and try to get the gas, then come back for the rest of the people. I better leave the door open someplace. Yeah, that's right. It better be this door. It's closer to the truck. We'll put some supplies behind the cellar door. Meantime, the rest of you can hold up in here.
There's a key on hand that's labeled for the pump.
I'm not really used to that truck. I found it abandoned.
I can handle that truck, no sweat.
You're it then. You and I will go. We'll put together whatever lumber we can find behind the cellar door. You can go toss the cocktails from a window upstairs. Tom, you and I will have to go and board this door. After you toss the cocktails, hustle back down here and lock this door. It's no good to board it up because we have to get back in quickly. After we get the gas and get back into the house, then we'll worry about getting everybody into the truck, okay? Now let's move it.
You always have a smile for me. How can you smile like that all the time? We've got work to do, honey. We have to move. Tom, are you sure about the phone? The phone is dead out. All you get is a recorded message.
If only I could call the folks. They thought I was so worried about us.
Everything's gonna be all right. Once we get to Willard, we'll call them. They might even be here.
I know. Tom, are you sure about the phone?
What about getting out of here?
Yeah.
The television said that's the right thing to do. We've got to get to a rescue station.
I don't know.
Come on, honey. You're starting to sound like Mr. Cooper now.
Why do you have to go out there?
Look, I know how to handle that truck, and I know how to handle that pump. Ben doesn't know anything about that stuff.
But we're safe in here.
But for how long, honey? Sure, we're safe now, but there's gonna be more and more of those things.
I know all that.
Listen, remember when we had that big flood? Remember how hard it was for us to convince you that it was right to leave? Remember? Remember we had to go to Willard then? This isn't just a passing thing, honey. This isn't just a wind passing through. We've got to do something, and fast. Where's that big smile for me? Boy, I sure could use that now. I've got work to do, honey. And you.
We need to get her downstairs.
We need to go downstairs now, Barbara.
She's right. You have to go downstairs now, just for a little while. Until we all get back. Then we can all leave.
Oh yes, I'd like to leave.
Good luck. You ready upstairs? Yeah. All right, toss them. Go on, go ahead.
I'm going with him.
Get down there in the cellar.
No!
The truck's on fire. Get away from the pump. Get away from the pump now.
Oh, Harry! Oh my God, Harry!
Get back in the cellar. Two more. Two more. Let me in. Come on, open up. Two more. Two more. Hey! Oh! Oh! Ah! I gotta take you out there and feed you to those things!
Is it 11 o'clock yet? The TV said there'd be another bulletin at 11 o'clock.
10 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes? Well, that's not too terribly long. 10 minutes and then we can leave. 10 minutes and it's 11 o'clock.
Do you know anything about this area at all? Is Willard dangerous now?
I don't know. We were just trying to make it to a hotel before dark.
You said these things turned over your car. You think we can get it back on its wheels and drive it? Where is it?
I don't know. It seems pretty far. It seems like it ran.
Forget it. It's at least a mile.
Johnny has the keys.
You gotta carry those children through an army of those things out there? I can carry the kids. What's wrong with them? How'd they get hurt?
Those things grabbed them.
Tell them what they are.
What? What is wrong?
Who knows what kind of diseases those things carry? Are they conscious?
Barely.
They can't even walk. They're too weak. Well, one of us can try to get to the car.
You won't be able to start it. Johnny has the keys.
You gonna bring that car over all by yourself? I can.
He has the keys. You won't be able to start it.
You have a car? Where is it?
No, you won't be able to start it.
I know that, but where is it? Good Lord!
This is Bill Bardo, WICL TV 11 News, coming to you live. At this hour, officials report the level of mysterious radiation continues to increase steadily. So as long as this situation remains, government spokesmen warn that the dead bodies will continue to be transformed into flesh-eating ghouls. All persons who die during this crisis for whatever cause will come back to life as sweet human victims, unless their bodies are first disposed of by cremation. All law enforcement and the military have been organized to search out and destroy the belongings.
Hey, make sure you put that thing all the way in the fire. We don't want to get nothing again.
The Survival Command Center at the Pentagon has been disclosed that a ghoul can be killed by a shot in the head or heavy blow to the skull. Officials are quoted as explaining that since the brain of the ghoul has been activated by radiation, the plan is kill the brain and kill the ghoul. Butler County Sheriff Ron McClendon is now just returning from conducting a search and destroy operation against the ghouls. Chief McClellan, how's everything going?
Oh, things aren't going too bad. Men are taking it pretty good.
Chief, do you think we'll be able to defeat these things?
Well, we killed 19 of them today, right in this area. Those last 3 we caught were trying to claw their way into an abandoned shed. They must have thought somebody was in there. There weren't though. We heard them making all kinds of noise. We came over, beat them off, blasted them down.
Hey,
Yeah. Yeah, okay. You want to get on the other side of the road over there? Get the dogs and go check out that pole barn.
Chief, if I were surrounded by 6 or 8 of these things, would I stand a chance?
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot them in the head. That's a sure way to kill them. If you don't, get yourself a club or a torch, beat them, burn them. They go up pretty easy.
Well, Chief McClellan, how long do you think it will take to get this situation under control?
Well, that's pretty hard to say. We don't know how many of them there are. We know when we find them, we can kill them.
Are they slow moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Chief, do you think you'd be able to wrap this up in 24 hours?
Well, we really don't know. We know we'll be in for most of the night, probably in the early morning. We're working our way towards Willard, and we're hoping to team up with the National Guard over there. And then we'll be able to get a more definite view.
Thank you very much, Chief McClellan. This is Bill Bardo, WICL News.
fuse box in the cellar.
I don't know. No, it isn't the fuse. The power lines are down. I have got to get that guy.
Haven't you had enough?
2 men are already dead on account of that guy. Take a look out that window.
Oh my God! Oh no! Harry! Harry, help me! Harry!
You're gonna help me, come on! You wanna stay up here now, huh? Now look, get down the cellar! Get down the cellar!
Darkness falls across the air. Midnight hour closes in. Creatures crawl in search of blood. To terrorize your neighborhood. Dreams are traveling down without the soul of being held. A stand and face the hounds of hell. And rock entire corpse of shell. The foulest stenches in the air, the funk of 40,000 years, and crazy ghouls for every tomb are closing in to steal your doom. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver. For no immortal can resist the evil of the thriller.
Sterling, you went from somebody who was really confused to being the one that always happened.
Man, yes you are.
Thank God we pushed up. Where's Jake? Having a hard time on stage. What's wrong? Feeling quiet and sit down.
Is everybody?
Sure.
Can I walk back there and check on her? Is she back there?
Yes. She was hiding back there.
Yeah. I don't have time to babysit, but I wanted to tell you guys, you guys have a show. You guys have a show. There are certain times when the zombies need to be in the window, I will push you towards the window, I will pull you away from the window, but that was good. That was good.
Excellent.
I have a few things to tell you guys. This black curtain will be down in this doorway, so be mindful of that. We did need.
No.
Nick? We did need glass breaking, page 25. Okay. Let's see, the glass breaking didn't happen for the car, or the truck lights. The glass is gonna break on page 25, if you look at your script, the glass is gonna break, and that's when the zombies will reach their hands through the window. if the boards fall, let them fall, whose job is it to fix it? His. We dropped like a whole page.
The cellar, the death trap.
We dropped like a half page after that. You guys will know what that is. This your house? Meaner, damn it. This your house?
It's your house.
Yeah. You're like,
Sure.
yeah, keep it. Don't drop your energy. Lights out on stage move. Oh,
Backstage lights.
no, there are lights that are out. Are they out, Kevin? Are they? How was I supposed to know? Are they out? Are they fixed?
I have no idea. There's a hole there that nothing we have in the current light grid hits. So current tried to come in and fix it, obviously.
So it's right there in the doorway.
Not even. It's, I'll show you exactly where it is.
Well, please do, sir.
So it is literally like a 4-foot box, maybe not even right where this chair is. It's like right here, to like right here. There's no light. And yeah, it's the Judy hole. And my assumption is it's probably that light that's supposed to be hitting it, but
Okay, so just be mindful of that. I've been on stage 100 times. I know when I'm in the light and when I'm not in the light. If you guys don't know that by now, then I'm gonna have you stand up there in the light and not in the light, so you can get the feel of the difference. But if you're not in the light, take a step, okay? Find the light, Carolyn. Ben, page 36. You're saying, you're it, Ben. You need more zhuzh. You gotta keep that up. You're dropping your energy. You need to keep it up because this is like death time. For whom the bell tolls. And we need to cover the screws on the wall because I really don't want Barbara to get tetanus.
yeah.
Are you bleeding?
I'm not this time. I was once before. Just a little. I think I don't enjoy.
Okay, I did not see what happened out here. How did it go?
I did.
How did it go?
I think it went okay. Ryan started to stumble a little bit and just looked at me when I fell down because she lost her guts or something. So we're just to keep going.
Like it literally lost her guts.
Just the fake guts.
Lost them.
I have a few minutes.
Okay.
So overall, from back up there, it looked really good tonight. All of you guys had some really honest moments where you were listening to one another, reacting to one another. Harry and Ben, yeah, I know you guys are brothers, but you actually, like, your bickering over here was completely believable and solid and good. You were responding to one another. Harry, Helen, your bit, you guys were absolutely responding to one another tonight. It was great. Tom and Judy, I mean, across the board, and you guys interacting with one another, it looked good. You are just listening to one another and just reacting. It's awesome. I just have a couple of little notes. I don't know if you touched on them or not, but Ben, when you're nailing up the window the first time, you have to hold on to the board until after you nail it in.
Right.
Tonight you literally did this. The very first board, you put it up, let go of it, walk over, grab the hammer and the nail. See that so just remember that, like,
It's just hard because we haven't practice
Yeah.
that.
So, it was really funny, but, Barbara, the music box was kind of my mistake, because I forgot to tell Nick when it went to stop it, but that was hilarious.
Yeah.
When you do that again. So she opened the music box and started the cue, and she closed it, and the music kept playing. So she opened it again, looked at it, and closed it, and like slammed it out.
Now I know.
Perfect. Let's say, I don't know, sitting in a dark room with Nick for an hour, apparently I feel a little bit better. Thank you.
Okay.
I mean, the moments that were dropped were very few. You guys had really, really good energy, like Karen said. Up there, it was really good. To our twins, you guys were super creepy. Even in the Let's Bloody It Up close before tomorrow night, you guys are still really creepy and that's good.
She's listening.
She's being a good friend.
Being what?
She's being a good cousin, being a good friend. She's listening to
Okay.
So, but yeah, you guys should really be proud of this. You should really be happy with what work you put in. It looks good. I have one tech note for me, and it's that we might want to try and figure out how to darken the stage a little. Because the light bouncing off of the basement was I had those lights turned down like almost minimal. And it went from I can barely see to, oh dear God, my eyes really fast.
What about the color of the back wall there?
That seemed to be fine. So,
It's okay, I'll just do it.
I mean, I think even if we just, like, just a little bit of black texturing, like dry brushing, might even just be enough. Okay.
It's okay.
Okay.
Let's keep it together. Ella and I.
But, thank you guys for all of your hard work. You guys, like I said, you really, really have something you should be proud of. We're gonna have a good house tomorrow night. What are these 60 some free sales, 70 some free sales for tomorrow? Well, we're gonna
I
do-
keep getting updates from Vanessa.
She's good about that.
The show across the street starts.
No, I keep asking.
Oh, okay.
So people come to the show across the street and be like, why are all those people over there? We should go over there.
All right, so, this was this afternoon, I don't know how to tell exactly what time it was. But Vanessa said that we have by this afternoon, we have pre-sold 64 tickets for Friday, 51 for Saturday, and 27 for Sunday. That's not even including all the people who are gonna come up tomorrow and buy tickets.
So you should have, so in that case, if there's a lot of bodies in the seats, pun intended, remember to be just a little bit louder because they will swallow up some of the sound for some of you guys who've not been on stage here before.
And curtain call looked amazing as zombies. The first group, the way you just kind of stumbled up and then stumbled back down, that was creepy. And then everybody else kept doing it, and it looked good. The way you just kind of fell back down to, death. And so that was really good.
Yeah, the overall curtain call looked great. Ella and Shrew, you guys, your little to each other was hilarious because you were actually like,
We did the whoosh thing.
Yeah. But that was hilarious. So it's gonna be a really fun show. You're gonna have some people laugh. You're gonna have some people go, woo, woo, woo. But I don't think you'll have anyone say woo.
Did I see Ryan on in?
Yes.
Ryan, come here. Ryan, I need to talk to you, child.
Your feet. Is that today?
What happened with your guts?
I was trying to open around the neck and nobody else was doing it, so I was confused.
Nobody else was doing what? Guts?
I don't know where to put these, because like the.
I did not get the purse finished, I told you that, I told you just to carry it, it's okay. If she doesn't pull the guts out, you're gonna have to pull the guts out, okay? So have them, I might even have you have a bag in your pocket, just to like.
Okay.
But yeah, somebody's gotta pull the guts out, I saw a little bit on Emily's shirt.
It looks like vomit.
There needs to be a lot more than that. We're gonna have to have, blood capsules and everything. So,
About 30 minutes.
and I wanna thank you two for blooding yourselves. I appreciate that very much, very much. Cassie needs, a little more blood. Whoever fills hers, we need more blood in her, ketchup bottle, so Ben can actually, well, he's gonna have a white shirt on, so maybe, hopefully. Did anything?
We can let it pass these days too, because.
Oh,
Bloody fruit.
we saw that.
Oh, I was planning on just closing my eyes and going.
Did any of it get on you?
I got some here.
Okay, so it probably did hit him, and we just can't see it because of the shirt. Okay, so we just need to do like twice as much.
Fire extinguisher. We still have fire extinguishers.
Still have it. Okay, does anybody have any questions? It is 8:14.
The scene where she gets up, the zombie coming in through the front door is my excuse to get outside while she's attacking her. And most nights, nobody is there to come.
Then pretend someone is there. We were there tonight, there were people there.
They were there.
No one out here is gonna see that because there's a wall there.
Yeah.
So
And
if,
they're usually like,
No, Chase, just motivate, if there's nobody standing there, you just motivate, you know, hey, I should check and see, make sure nobody's in the front yard, or whatever, like you're checking to make sure no one's there, if there's no one there. So you still can motivate that purpose out really easy. So just run with it, whatever happens.
so I was circling the places that the zombies have to be there. Where are you at?
when Barbara says, what's happening, and I go to the front door and open it, and there's supposed to be a zombie trying to come in.
Where is the controls for the high stage back, the lamp back against the back wall? They were on, they were very annoying.
Okay.
I turned them off, I said thank you.
That's our fault. We didn't get those turned off. This is my first time backstage doing the show, guys.
I will make sure.
Give me a break.
Where was that? I will make sure that that happens.
Okay.
Because it is very annoying.
I understand it's very annoying. It's also very annoying not knowing what's going on backstage. So, does it happen before she says what's happening? Then mumble something internal?
No, after.
Okay.
What's happening? I don't know what's happening.
All right, I got that written down. Ella.
It's kind of a dumb question, but if my chair's not in the light, where do I go?
I could.
Like, where should I move my chair?
Right, that's what I was thinking, because there's light everywhere on stage except for that box. And it's bothersome that we have a light out right
We'll talk,
there.
we'll talk.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll
talk.
figure it out.
Anybody else? Somebody else?
Oh, I was gonna say, are we gonna do the zombie that comes through the kitchen door, or just me?
Just you. We don't have enough zombies.
We're low on zombie.
It's just us. So tomorrow you will be able to touch the boards because we have super duper heavy duty Velcro. Velcro! So if you're grabbing the boards, pull the boards back towards you, don't push them until that time at the end when I said push the boards and you're standing there going, that's when you take those boards, you pick them back up and you put them back on. That's what you're there for. You're holding the boards back on the wall. On the center. Yeah.
It's just dropping, and I'm just like.
Lines for about 10 seconds. Looks like the line stuck in the box.
Yeah, I was like, do I pick these up? Do I keep going?
Yeah. The golden rule of life leader is react to the action. So if those drop, yes, absolutely, you pick them up, try and get it back up. So, the best way I can explain that system working was we were in a show once where they had a big bell that somebody had to pull, and the butler showed up and said, "You rang." Well, he pulled the bell, and the tapestry that was connected to it fell on stage, and the actor who was there stepped in as it was falling and said, "You tried to ring, sir." So just react to what's happening.
Any other questions? We've got kids who need to go home.
Fantastic.
All right, call tomorrow. Did we say 6, Kevin? 6. We will be here early.